What up, ladies and gents? You're live and direct with the Game Winning Drive podcast. We down one right now. She on
Aw.
the IR. CEO will be back next week. But
Yeah.
I'm here
Feel
with
better.
Jay Hollins, and Liz is in the building.
Hey.
And
Yeah,
Yup.
I was down last week, so
oh
I guess
yeah,
it's going
it's
around.
it's
It
these
feel. We gotta. Hey, feel better, sis. Hey, we'll see you
Yes,
back next week.
feel better.
you know it. So CEO will be back next week
Yep.
and back with a vengeance. So you know what time it is. Jay, I'm coming
Yes.
straight to you, man. We got.
Let's- All right. So, in keeping with the college football roundtable discussion, I spent
Mm.
a lot of time. I want to say yesterday watching Hunter Reynolds' content about being a walk on at University of Michigan. Right. So he went to one of the top high schools, and he wasn't getting D1 offers, and I'll be telling these kids about all, like, listen, you don't have to go D1. He could have went and played at one of these NAIA schools and got his film up, and still, like, listen, you ball where you ball at, man. You know what I mean? And you get it. But anyway, he stayed at Michigan for 4 years. He was a walk on, right? And he was the third. He talked about how he got injured, how he worked his way up the depth chart, and then, like, his fourth year, he finally got, you know what I mean, some his third year he got some tick, you know, cats went down. Then his fourth year he got some tick, but he was like, man, he was like his homie St. Juice, transferred to Minnesota and all of that. And he was like, man, and after my fourth year, he said COVID gave us that extra year, right? He said it was the COVID year. And he was like, man, I talked to my family. He said, I want to tell people how to transfer portal work because y'all only looking at the big talent, right? He was like, God, how the transfer portal work for guys like me, right? The dude went to Utah State and balled that last year, balled out in pro discussions, one of the top safeties in college football. Um, won a bowl game, and so for guys like him, it's like one of them things. It's not that you're not talented, but you talking about University of Michigan, right? And he chose between that and Northwestern. And listening to him, I felt like he chose Michigan for the wrong reason because somebody at Yale was like, "Do you really think you're gonna play at Michigan?" And I don't think that was a knock more than it was one of those things like they get the top tier guys that there's like Alabama and Georgia are the Death Stars of the SEC. Ohio State and Michigan are the Death Stars of the Big Ten, right? So my thing is they're gonna get the top guys, and you can be talented, right? But going to Michigan, you're gonna be like fourth or fifth on the depth chart. Well, going to Northwestern, you might be two on the depth chart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he made the wrong decision initially, but it was his ego. He was like, if I don't get on the field at Michigan, this, that, and the other. But he talked about how the transfer portal worked for guys. The transfer portal worked for guys like him, and he was like, yeah, 30% of the people do get left in there. He was like, but the thing is, you don't transfer unless you know where you're going, right? That's a big deal. You have to know where you're going. So these people at Utah State saw his film at Michigan, and they're like, "Yo, he could come ball here,"
Oh,
you
no
know,
question.
and he did. To whereas he was a fill-in guy at Michigan, he was a star at Utah State. So I say things like that to be like, players need representation in this roundtable discussion, right? They really need representation because at the end of the day, it's like you're talking about this because think about this. If he couldn't jump in that portal, right, he would have just, yeah, I got my degree at Michigan and I played well, I was on the football team, but I didn't necessarily
Mhm.
play like that.
He
But
played a little bit.
yeah, but put like this. His playing time, if we doing 100%, he got about 10% of
Yeah,
playing time,
he
right?
did. I mean, because do you think it's because he didn't pass the eye test
Well,
too?
he didn't pass the eye test, but the
Mhm.
thing is, even if you don't pass the eye test, right? Um, at another school you could work your way up. But like it's like Michigan has their guys, just like Michigan has their guys, Ohio State has their guys, right? And everybody likes a good underdog story, but it's
Yeah.
less likely to happen at those four schools that I think. Yeah, even if you go to a Notre Dame, if you go to a LSU, if you go to a Oregon, if you go to a USC, they got their guys. So you have to be otherworldly to beat those guys out, right?
100%.
And the thing is, you can go to a Utah State or FCS to an Immaculate Word or Illinois State or a Montana State and really ball out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You really can. And so many people, so many of these guys been on, oh, I'm going to this school. You ain't really gonna get no tick there. And before, a lot of these guys really just had to sit, or if they transferred, they had to sit out a year. So now I gotta waste a year, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And meanwhile, the coach can just get up and leave, or he want to and leave for more money. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, nobody's talking about how this works out for most players, right? And I get
Absolutely.
it. The big money guys, yeah, I get that. That they're ahead of the discussion. But we literally talking about 10% of college football, right? The rest of these guys are role players, right? Um, and some of them may never see the field at these bigger programs. But like I
Yeah.
said, they can go G5 or FCS and ball out. If you had a guy like Seven McGee transfer from Oregon to Jackson State and get busy.
Yeah. So then you'd rather be a big fish in a little pond
Yeah,
versus a little fish in a big
you got
pond.
to go where the milk flow, right?
Hell
And that's the one
yeah.
thing. It's like if it ain't flowing for me here, right? Let me go here. Um, and even in the power Power Four, which was the formerly Power Five, take somebody like Bo Nix. If he'd have stayed at Auburn, he was cooked.
Yeah.
He was cooked. He got to go to Oregon and revive his entire, you know what I mean? He he got to revive his entire career. And now he's starting from the Broncos. If he stays listen, if he stays at Auburn, what is he like an undrafted free agent or something? He goes undrafted?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So it's one of those things too, man. Like I feel like if you're a highly touted recruit and you want to just develop, get your body ready, and learn, then by all means go P4 and sit a couple years while you lifting and learning the playbook and all that stuff. But you got to know that your spot ain't guaranteed.
Yep.
So they might get another. You might be a 4-star, 5-star come in next year at your position. Now coach telling you to hit the portal.
Yeah,
So,
bro. Listen, I was just talking to Liz about this yesterday when I said take Jaleel Florence, who was a dog for the Ducks for 2 years straight. I mean 3 years straight. And then he got injured, right? He got injured,
mhm.
and then enter Brandon Finney and Iffy Obidegu, right? Into those two. So Jaleel Florence is healing up, healing up, healing up. Next thing you know, these two freshmen, they power rankings, like they two of the highest ranked DBs in college football. These two guys that was playing high school ball in 2024. They was playing high school ball. Now they on the field in 2025 getting busy. To the tune of 11-1 and two playoff victories. So now Jaleel Florence like I'm healthy, and Coach Lannon looking like, hey, bro, I love you. You probably gonna want to hit the portal for this last year. Your ass.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you gotta get some film, man. You gotta try to get a combine
You
invite,
know what I
man.
mean? Like, listen,
Put something
because
out there.
your production was great, but both of these boys are lengthy. They 6'1". You know what I mean? They play. Listen, they ball hawks. Uh, Coach Hampton got them boys going crazy, covering them outside guys, and your production was great, but it wasn't quite theirs. And then as a coach, it's my job to get somebody to recruit people to take your job every year.
Every year,
That's my job.
one
So
thousand percent every year. Make those promises to you. I'm gonna make them to somebody else next year. You
yep,
better know that.
and that's it. And it's your job to make sure that you still got a spot here. So I don't, you ain't like what they got on college football 26 on PS5. They got the encourage transfer tab.
You know that encourage transfer.
They got
It
the
ain't no
Oh,
encouraging. You just get gone.
right. It's when you hit that tab and you look at your roster and be like, all right, who I know I'm not ever finna get no playing time. They not finna get no rotation. Hey, bro, you a junior quarterback. You've been sitting the bench for 2 years. I just got this freshman in here. He next up behind this senior quarterback. You probably gonna want to go somewhere where you can start. It ain't gonna.
Oh yeah. If your rating ain't higher than the starter and
Yep.
it's too close to the incumbent, hit the portal, homie.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, hey, bro, I love that. That my favorite part of that game is the encourage transfer tab.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, get up out of here, bro. But
that's
so that was it on that. Next thing that we're gonna touch on, bro. Uh,
That's a good one, Jabari. He said the way his NIU
hey,
dynasty is
Jabari.
set up.
I ain't encouraging shit. Please stay.
Yeah.
Jabari, did we miss you last week? I didn't see your name
Nah,
pop
Yeah,
up.
I don't
nah,
think he was
he was
on
tapped
last.
he was tapped in last week for sure. He
Okay.
was in.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh, that's when I was having issues, right? My
Yeah.
bad.
Hey,
Oh, I'm glad
look.
you're back.
Look, nah, listen. I figured out Jabari and Ill. I figured out on that game how to do my own recruiting and not leave it to the computer. So I got like a top 5 recruiting class ever, and it be cats I want to play. I can't even play them because that Oregon roster be packed
Oh, it's
on
stacked.
there. So
You have no problem getting recruits over there in
at
Virginia
all,
at
I gotta
all.
swat them off. But next thing I said, okay,
Yeah,
so
he calls it his
my
administrative.
administrative stuff.
His administrative. Like, what you doing? He's like, my administrative. Oh, okay.
Hey, listen, I'm in the house, man. Look.
I don't care.
I know you don't. I'm just talking crazy. Look, all right, spring practice is here, man. Spring ball's around the corner. That's one of the most exciting times in college football for
I
me
love it.
because we get to see who's who and who looks like what. I'm looking forward to see what Dylan Rayola looks like in green and yellow. You know what I mean? I think he's the heir apparent to Dante Moore after this year, right? Uh, but I'd say this: I have 5 teams I'm excited to watch, right? Texas being one because
Yeah.
I think Arch Manning is going to live up to those expectations this year. I just think they was too heavy with him being a first year starter and first game out against the defending national champions. That just wasn't going to go right, right?
No,
Uh,
100%.
of obviously, I'm good to I wanna see the Ducks. I want to see Indiana. I want to see how much Kirk Signetti has retained and what they look like without Fernando Mendoza because he captained that ship very, very well. Like I tell people, coaching matters, system matters with that guy because we watch him be super mediocre for 3 years at Cal Berkeley, right?
Mhm.
And then come to Indiana, get under Signetti's tutelage and become a dog, right? So I'm looking forward to Indiana, looking forward to Ohio State, and I want to see what Kalen DeBoer does with Alabama as well, right?
Mm.
I'm very
Yeah.
interested in
I got a question for you when it comes to him. DeBoer, is he on the hot seat?
I think if he doesn't get a playoff berth this year, I think he might be gone, bro.
So yeah. I was thinking that coming into this year, I'm like, you got the recruits, you got the facilities, you got the money, you got the support of everybody in Tuscaloosa. You got to get it done this year, or they gonna find somebody else.
But here's my problem with that. They want everybody to be Nick Saban.
That's
That's
not
my issue
happening.
with it.
Nick Saban wouldn't be Nick Saban. That's why he quit.
Yeah, yeah, he quit because the thing he's like, I can't control these guys anymore. No, the power dynamic, like we said last week, talking about this roundtable conference, where we all said last week, this is about control.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's about control. I'm really excited about this. The whole. I'm kind of looking like because FanDuel and Vegas has Oregon at plus 850 to take it all. I'm like, but they have more
Yeah.
retention than anybody. The
A
whole
lot of
line,
a lot
huh?
of the podcasters, college football podcasters do too.
Yeah,
Several.
but my thing is how I'm with JD Piquel on this, right? How, when you're returning, the most experienced defensive line in college football will be the Ducks. You got Tatum Tuioti on one end, right? You know what I'm saying? You got Mateo Uiagalelei on the other end. One is the power rankings of the pass rush rates at 81.9 and 81.8. Do you know how high that is, bro?
Ooh.
On each end. Most teams only have one of those.
Yeah, you got two.
If like you pick your point, if you double Mateo, you got to worry about Tatum. If you double Tatum, you got to worry about Mateo. Then you got Amari Washington, that dancing bear sitting in the
Yeah,
three.
boy.
Bro,
Don't call him
listen.
Dancing Bear.
Oh damn. Okay. Okay. Like, listen. That is the biggest dude with the fastest get off that I've ever seen in the interior line
His get
as a
off is
defensive tackle.
bananas. It is
Bro, he has
bananas.
the first step of a wide receiver.
Yeah, yeah. His first step quickness is insane, man. And
So I'm just looking. It's like y'all. And here's my problem. They got Notre Dame ahead of us. I'm like, you sure?
yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't. Notre Dame, they lost a lot of guys, man, and they got some dogs, man. They got one of their edges. He should be ready to pop for them. Chris Burgess, Jr. out
Yeah.
of Chicago, Simeon. So there
Bags,
you
what
go.
the hell are you talking about?
I
Somebody
know.
being bored of.
Oh
What?
my god.
Oh, the dancing bear. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh
Oh, he
yeah.
talking about you.
No. Oh no. I know. If you were here last week, I did a little report about Dak Prescott and his ex fiance. So no.
Oh man, Baines got unhinged at all times. What's up,
All
brother?
times, man. Nah, bro. Like I said, like I just think like I could deal with having Ohio State ahead of us, right? I could I could bro, I could even deal if they put Bama ahead of us, which is crazy, but it's Bama, right? Notre Dame though? Nah,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
And I love Coach Freeman, bro. I think he just all around dope dude. But nah. All right. So
I want to see what
last
Michigan does.
hey, they gonna be all right. They gonna be all right.
Yeah.
They got coach the coach from Utah, Whittingham.
yeah. When, and,
Oh
and
yeah,
and they
yeah.
got a quarterback. Bryce
Yeah,
Bryce should take a big step in his system.
yeah. And the thing is, Whittingham is gonna have them in the discussion every year. He's tough. He's hard nosed. His thing is physicality. Like he's a Michigan man. All of his characteristics and his traits fit what Michigan wants to do. They want to run the ball. They want to be tough up front. They want to bruise you. They want to make you quit. That's Whittingham's whole style is physicality.
You know that.
That's
Shout
what
out,
he
shout
does.
out to them brother Rice boys up at U of M, Christian and Trey Pierce, the brothers, the Pierce
Okay.
brothers.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey.
Listen, they gonna
Yes.
eat. They gonna eat under Coach Whittingham. Trust me.
Oh
They
yeah.
gonna eat. All right. So back to the roundtable discussion, right? Before we get out of here, and I want your take on this, Il, and Liz, I want your take on it too. Um, so the president of the Big Ten, the president of the SEC was at this roundtable, and they were pretty much like, okay, we listening. When they left,
Mhm.
they was like, yeah, we probably should break away and start our own conference. So we've been talking. This super conference has been a thing. It's
Yeah.
been it's been banter it's been backroom banter and water cooler talk for years. And I remember 2 years ago when Chip Kelly was saying that it should just be one big super conference, and you know, and then that way they can do CBA, they can set parameters, because the only way any of this gets done and you get any parameters on this, I know these people don't want to don't want the players represented, but
No.
you're trying to not under this score act that they want to pass or whatever, they're trying to get it to where these kids aren't viewed as employees. But how? You're paying them. They have health benefits. They are employees. Listen, college sports is professional sports now. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, bro. You know what I
Yeah,
Mhm.
mean?
yeah, it's a wrap. It's you
It's
already
a wrap. So the
Pandora's box
only
been
way
open.
out of this is a collective bargaining agreement. And this is what they're trying to avoid. But these two conferences want to break away from the NCAA, form their own super conference, make their own rules so they're not beholden to the NCAA. And not here's the thing. We talking about the two conferences that swallowed up all the major real estate in college football, right? And they
Yeah.
have the most money. The Big Ten making the most, the SEC being right behind them second, right? Um, if they take their money and their TV contracts, motherfuckers gonna starve, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah. The rest of the country would be in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are cash cows. But what it would force schools like Notre Dame and other independent
Yes.
schools, now you got to join a conference.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
can't be on the outside.
you got to
Like you
join
can't
up.
Absolutely.
sit with us unless you in.
Yeah,
So I think it's a good idea because I think that because this NIL thing came in, you almost have to do something new. And not, I don't think they're going to be able to restructure
No,
within the NCAA. So I
I don't
think,
think
I
I
so.
think
agree with that.
if it doesn't happen, next year or whatever, it's going to happen eventually. It has
It
to.
happens within the next 10, I think.
Yeah, for sure. 5.
Yeah,
You said 5?
I
Oh,
I
okay.
think so. I mean, because I think everybody wants a whatever the fix is. I think they want it
yeah.
as
They
soon as
they doing too much heavy lifting. The Big Ten and the SEC. They're like, what do we need the NCAA for? And we
They,
bringing all the
bro,
money.
they don't need none of this. They don't need the NCAA. They don't need the Big 12. You know what I'm saying? Like,
None of it.
bro, they don't need the Big 12. They don't need the ACC. Like, they're like, both presidents are like, well, look, we the biggest dogs in the yard. We can kind of just maul everybody else if we want to,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
they.
And what are they going to do about it? They either get down or lay down.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. They going to the NCAA like y'all got one more time and you're
Yep.
through. I don't need none of
I don't know.
Right,
I'm sick of it.
right,
I'm
right,
a
right,
real.
right.
Street boy.
They were.
That's how they
I
doing
could
it
just
there.
imagine. They're probably at that round table meeting, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they walked away from the
uh-huh.
round, and I'm gonna tell you what did it. Listening to President
Trump.
Bud A.
Yep.
Yes.
Listening to President Bud A. They got up from that table and was like, you know what?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We ain't with none. Listen, we not about to start losing athletes because y'all stupid. We just gonna take our ball and go home.
That's
No,
right.
for sure. Yeah. Yeah, Trump rubbing everybody the wrong way. People like, yeah, this dude's a stone cold idiot.
Idiot.
We
Nah,
gonna take our
listen.
ball and go
He
home.
will
Look at
now
this
be
dude.
referred to as President Bud A. That's who he is.
Buddy, hey, buddy.
Bud A. That's
buddy.
who. Not even Buddy. Bud A. He don't
Buddy.
even get the
Wow.
Y. He get the A and the E with the accent mark on the end. Bud A.
Yeah,
That's what somebody was like. Who is President Bud A? I said, use context. You smart.
That's funny.
You smart.
Wow.
dude
You
is
figure it out.
Right.
dude is
Come on.
embarrassing himself in the United States of America at an unprecedented
He's
rate right
been
now.
doing that. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
but that's it for college football frenzy, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just want to know what y'all thought on the super conference. And
No, I'm
you
I'm
know,
for it. Let's get it
I'm with
going.
it.
it's the
I'm with
first
it.
week of spring practice. Ain't much going on except people speculating who's going to win what, this, that, and the other. I'll have a lot more information next week about who's leading the pack, and for Texas and Ohio State and Michigan and Oregon, because these coaches ain't going to tell you too much the first week. They still
Nah,
evaluate.
you know
I
what?
think Dan Lanning told us he's very confident because he came in with sunglasses.
Oh
And
yeah.
then
Well, he said he had a
I
his
presume.
pupils was dilated, but he did look. He did come in there on his Coach Prime swag with the glasses
Right, right.
in his first interview. And he
Yeah.
was like, "No, I'm not trying to be cool. My eyes are dilated. They told me to still put." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." Like you just listen. You seen them catches that J Mac you know what I mean, been making it practice, and you got Evan Stewart back and Jacorian Moore, and I'm like, and I'd be confident if I had Dante Moore and Dylan Raiola in the same quarterback room too.
Man, and
Yep.
Kelly Smith Jr. sitting there waiting,
Yep, sitting there waiting in the
Ooh.
wings.
thirsty to take somebody's job.
What
Yep,
is he
sitting,
now? A
yep.
sophomore?
Huh?
Red shirt
Achilles
sophomore
Smith?
now. Yeah,
Redshirt
Red
sophomore.
shirt
Oh,
sophomore.
he's gonna get to
Mm-hmm.
play because Dylan's gonna be one and done, and
one
I
and done.
guarantee you by then, Junior gonna be ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like him being a red shirt junior, that's when he gets his shot.
Yeah, he
Okay.
gonna he's gonna be ready, and I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, he a legacy." Not like, listen,
Nah,
go
he
watch
can
his dad. His
ball,
dad was like that for the
and
Duck.
Hmm.
he is a way better prospect than his dad was. Those my
Yep.
guys out in that San Diego, man. I've been around Junior since he was sixth, seventh grade, man. He's 6'6",
Wow.
Yep.
athletic, and has a cannon for an arm, and
Yep.
he's smart and can
Tallest QB
process.
in the quarterback room. Hey, I saw some of his practice film.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Just bring him along, and then unleash him.
that's it.
Then yeah,
That's
Nice.
it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yep. All right. So now it's time for the fun part.
you know it.
Out of bounds. Okay, I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can see better. Um, yeah, so out of bounds for the stuff that happens off the field, and I apologize for my voice. I was sick last week. I'm kind of getting over it now. Just my little voice is raspy still. So I'm gonna start with the Ohio State,
Mm,
right? University.
okay.
The
Okay.
president, because you know how they love to say that. The
Yeah.
Ohio
The
State.
Ohio State. Yep.
Yes. Okay. So a president resigns.
Oh.
Ted Carter resigned Sunday, March 8th. And I like the way he wrote this in his resignation. After in an inappropriate relationship, how did he write it? Oh geez, where'd I put it?
What
After an
exactly does
inappropriate
he mean by
relationship.
that?
Yeah, no, he wrote after an inappropriate relationship, giving someone access to leadership, to Ohio State leadership.
Mm.
Giving someone, but so he giving himself? I don't know what
No, he gave
no,
somebody access to him.
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. So it was to an unnamed person, and this person is seeking public resources to support her personal business.
Oh Lord.
So, right. So the board of trustees asked Carter about the allegations, and basically he offered to resign after that conversation. He's like, you
Oh
know what, I'll
yeah.
just resign.
Oh, he was boinking some chick that was trying to blackmail him.
Right. So this was NBC4. They had no details regarding the misconduct.
Of
But
course,
the
they
New York
not.
but
No,
the New York Post had a little more. They gave a little more detail.
do
So
tell.
inappropriate relationship with a local podcaster. He had been regular on the podcast for months now. Um, he admitted he gave inappropriate access to Ohio State leadership, saying, "I made a mistake." Uh, so he basically gave up a $1.2 million gig,
Dang.
which included university housing.
Damn,
Um, and he has 90 days to remove his stuff and
you
himself
need that.
and, and his family. So
Mm-mm-mm.
Jesus,
he had one of the highest. He was one of the highest paid presidents in the Big Ten,
man, you got to be more careful out here, brothers.
and and he's been married for 40 plus years.
Oh.
So I'm sure his wife is not happy about the situation. She
Man,
has.
listen. Sometimes,
What are we talking about?
listen, bro.
Oh man.
Don't be a foodie. Just eat your regular meal so you can function. Don't let them put nothing new on the plate, bro.
What are we talking
Listen.
Uh-uh.
about? Discipline,
Yeah, discipline. Don't let them put nothing new on the plate. Tell them you don't eat that. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Peen discipline.
Right.
pain,
It
discipline.
rears its ugly head, no pun intended,
And
again.
let's
Yep.
guess how old. Guess how old this president is,
Like
Mr.
six,
Carter.
60.
66.
66
And I
years
bet you
old.
the podcaster was in their 20s.
You know
No,
that.
they actually had a picture of her. I forgot on which one. She was younger than him, but maybe 40s, I would say, from from the picture they showed.
Listen, bro, you had your steak, you had your potatoes, you had your vegetables, or you had your brown rice. Somebody slid some cake on the plate, and you was like, "Well, let me eat this first."
Ooh,
Nah, man, don't be a foodie, bro. Just eat
But
what's on the
man,
plate.
like people really don't be thinking about the consequences, I guess. Like, it's
Listen,
very
bro,
interesting. Very interesting
I
for
ain't even
sure.
got no bread like that, and I'll be terrified. Like, no, no, get away from around here. You know,
man.
get on, get. I don't want
Right,
no
right.
smoke. Cause like, listen,
So
I feel
yeah,
like
go ahead.
I feel like these guys been getting away with murder for so long,
For
doing
sure.
all types of stuff. Nobody's saying nothing. These these
Un-
pitfalls these guys keep getting themselves entangled in is insane at
but
this
they
point.
they've
it
been
really
used to doing
is.
this with impunity, bro. So
Exactly. That's what it
now
is.
the thing is, you've given these people this kind of access and credence to be able to, you know what I'm saying, peen preservations. Nah,
For
Jabari, they
sure.
need some peen discipline,
They
bro.
need the
That's
they
what they
need the
need.
PD.
They need peen discipline. Like, it's funny. Hey, I just had a long discussion with Messi about peen discipline today. You know what I mean? So look, man, it's gotta be a thing, man. That like of course, we all know women love men in power, but the thing is,
True.
you get to tapping on them too much and they get comfortable and they don't get their way, you end up with your career destroyed.
True.
Yep,
And
Martha,
it might, and
go
a lot
ahead.
of times I think they men in power, right?
Hmm.
So a lot of times a woman will use a man in power as a stepping stone. Hence,
Oh, for
hey, I need
sure.
that money for my personal business, right? My
Yep.
podcast needs an infusion.
Right.
So, and you can basically blackmail them because they're married, they have a position. they have a they have a, what do you call it, a high position in a well-known organization or whatever, and
No,
it's
for
like
sure. And
dummies.
it's like the same old setup, and it works every time, which is insane. Like y'all, it's not like they don't have examples of how to not get hit with the haymaker. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like fighting Ryan Garcia. You know that hook is coming, and
Right.
Yeah.
you still get knocked out by the
And you
hook.
still got caught by it.
Still got caught
Yeah.
by it. He
Damn
ain't
it,
got no other
Devin.
punch.
Nah, listen, man. Listen. I always make this joke, said God gave us a brain and a peen and enough blood to only operate one at a time. These dudes are living proof of that.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Living proof, living walking proof.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm just tired of hearing about these old dudes with this old money and no PD
Well, at
talking
least
about some.
hey, it could at least they ain't touching kids. I
Yeah,
give
yeah, I give them that.
Yeah,
I
for
give them
sure.
that. They ain't touching kids like
Yeah,
listen,
don't touch
you
the
know,
baby. Leave them alone.
look,
They
hey,
just they just they just fumbling the bag. That's all
they
that's going
from
on
the
Yes.
here.
bag, but people cheat every day, B. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
That, I mean, that's true too, right?
I
That's
just
true
want to see
too.
these dudes in the camera on BET like R. Kelly was. Like
yeah,
we say
that's it.
podcast host, how old are we talking?
Right,
That's what
right.
I want to see.
So do you still with
By teenage, what do
by
you mean?
teenagers? What do you mean?
Dude, what's his name, man?
What?
He's sitting there looking at him like,
Torre was like, dog,
Torrey say,
help me help
Help
you.
you.
he sat there, he pondered on that one too. He pondered on that response. That's how these
Oh,
sports scandal people gonna end up. Well, when you say entanglement, how
Yeah.
tangled up are
right.
we talking?
Like,
Get the heck
I
out of
Entanglement.
had
here.
a little entanglement. What the hell do you mean by entanglement, Jada?
Yeah, buddy.
Boy,
He
hey,
in
listen.
trouble.
Boy, hey, that accountability dance be crazy, boy.
Ooh. Hey,
And like Jay, you just said, people cheat every day, and it's true. But God, it sucks to be like in the limelight because not only are you dealing with it within your household, now you got to deal with it on the internet as
Right.
well,
Now
and
everybody across the
it's
like
terrible.
you in Columbus, somebody in Sacramento, California, online talking crazy about, man, I don't even know this dude. He don't
Right,
know nothing like, but this is the thing when you in the public eye, you know.
right.
It come like that. That's how I come back. So do better, man.
Okay,
Men do
so
better.
I'm going to move on to James Pierce Jr.,
Oh,
linebacker
Mm,
for Atlanta Falcons.
mm-mm,
hold
So,
on. He gets this sound effect.
oh,
We're
mm.
gonna be using that one a lot, and this one too.
yes, yes. So allegedly, he rammed his Lamborghini truck into WNBA Rakia Jackson's car in Dover, Florida. So prior to that, there were at least seven 911 calls to police with to reveal heightened fears from the girlfriend. So basically, from November 2025 to February 7th, the day he got arrested, um, he had um, he had been like um, going to her house, calling her, um, just bothering her, like a bunch of domestic disturbances.
Oh,
They're calling her his on again, off again girlfriend. So there's an incident on 11/24, 11/25, 1/13,
damn.
2/1, 2/2. But he took a break on February 5th to go to California
Took a
as
break.
he was nominated for NFL's Defensive Rookie of the Year. You know, he had 17 tackles, 10 and a half sacks, and 10 tackles for a loss. But returned to Florida on February 7th, where he followed Jackson's car. He attempted to open her car door while she was stopped at a red light. She tried to drive away, and then he intentionally collided with her car head on, or
Jesus
you
Well, at
know,
Christ.
least we know he's still gonna handle his business no matter what's going on in
right?
his
I
life.
mean,
Right.
hey, I guess you got to
Listen,
like my friend.
okay, let me be devil's advocate here, right? And as Liz well knows, I'm a professional victim blamer, as ill you're about to find out, right? I like to blame victims. This is what
You
me,
do.
shout out my barber Alden. We be in the barbershop victim blaming. This is what we do because somebody got to keep it spicy, right? So this is what we finna do. All right. Now you got him. He's always had motion, right?
Mhm.
She was his girl. She had motion, but not like that. Now she getting some motion, right?
Mm,
She outside. She doing shit that she usually don't do, right? And you
mhm,
know these young dudes be raised by their mamas and be having their mamas emotions, right? And she know better than anybody on this planet what kind of psychotic, listen, what Martin say back in the day, crazy, deranged. You know you got the type
Crazy,
of dude that's gonna show up to the
deranged.
club in his pajamas.
oof.
And like, hey, you, let's go. And you gonna look, she gonna look at her friends. He just playing, y'all. Listen, you know what I'm saying? You can't when you got this type of
Is she crash out worthy, listeners and watchers? Let
no,
us know.
but for him, you know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. Hey, to him in his eyes, he love her. That's been his own again off of and now,
Uh-huh.
but here's the thing. We've seen it, right? We've seen a chick who didn't have no motion get motion.
Oh yeah,
And she start acting different and she got motion now. It ain't just him with motion.
yeah,
Mhm.
So
exactly.
what I see is a dude who's in love, but he felt like he was losing control and he was losing her to the social media crowd and outside. And now she got motion. It's dudes with more than him paying attention to, you know what I mean? And some dude's a competitor. He don't like to lose. Again, and you know what kind of dude you got. You know what he was gonna do. You should have moved to the other side of Earth. You know what I mean? If hey, I'm going to Cali with my girls this week. Wild out there. Don't
Yeah.
come, don't be where he can see you. Here's my thing, man. Bro, wrong as two left shoes. I'm not
Yeah.
condoning what he did, right? But again, in my victim blaming, you know what kind of crash out you dealing with.
Oh yeah,
This
He
wasn't news to
he
her.
been crashing out since high school.
Right. So
Damn.
she was like, I don't care what he say, I'm gonna go outside. You
Uh-huh.
knew dude was gonna attempt to put you in a box behind this. You knew that. And I'm not saying it's right, but you gotta have some wherewithal about you. Um, all right, here's something that I always say. I need women to exercise more self-preservation skills,
Mm. I
right?
can agree with that.
Oh yeah.
Because you knew this was coming. You knew whatever you was outside doing was gonna make this dude crazier than he already is.
Oh yeah.
And when you do
Every
something
time
to
she
make
got more
somebody
lit.
crazy, crazier than they already are, that's when it gets really extreme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Every time he see her post on Instagram,
But
like, oh,
also, was she still leading him on, making him think, I just need time, I still love you, we gonna be because that'll do
That's a
that
good
too.
question. Yeah.
Again, this is in my devil's advocate victim blamer bag.
Hmm.
I'm a professional victim blamer. Yeah, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. Like Liz will tell you, she be in here rolling her eyes at me because I'm gonna find a way to blame the victim, bro. You
he
know what I'm saying?
Jay's like, he rammed his car into her car head on. It was her fault for not swerving out the way.
Yup. Hey
So,
man, listen. She knew this was coming. Whatever you was outside doing, you know you gotta look. He ain't the offset type just gonna go smash a bunch of other chicks. He gonna try to smash you and himself in the process.
yeah.
That's a different kind of crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude been crashing out like this since high school. And she's known him for years.
Why would you
Oh
play
wow.
with him like this though?
She know he'd crash out because she knew. And here I am jumping on the victim blaming bandwagon train.
Look at you guys.
But
But
Wow.
you see how easy it is to turn y'all boy when I turn that wheel, bro, it's crazy.
it makes sense because it's not like she don't know this dude is unhinged. She know. Everybody knows. He
Who
would have
doesn't know?
he would have been a top 5 pick if he wasn't so unhinged.
Hmm.
This
So
man he was a teenage crash out.
Yeah.
crashing out for over a decade now. At least. Well, I wouldn't say that long, but he's been crashing out for at least 7 years
And I can see dude in
consecutively.
the car like driving. Why would she play with me like this? She know what I'm gonna do. She know me. She know what
I mean, one of those, man. Hold the steering wheel tight as hell.
Oh
Hey, I'm
my
telling you.
Hey,
goodness.
hey, chat, forgive me. I got a wild sense of humor, man, and it's leaking out right now. It's real dark, man.
Jay
My sense of
Oh
humor
my
is dark.
God. Yeah.
It really is.
Jay
But
said
So
straight.
there was a brief police chase because he took off when the police came. He crashed some other vehicles on the way.
of
He got
course you
out,
do.
tried to run, but they caught him and arrested him. So he's facing 5 felonies, 2 counts of aggravated battery with deadly weapon, 1 count aggravated stalking, fleeing and evading police, aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer, 9 traffic citations,
Damn.
one one
Bruh.
misdemeanor one misdemeanor count of resisting an officer, and NFL said arrest will be reviewed under personal conduct policy. So we'll see.
Guess what?
Oh,
You know what that mean to me?
They're not going to
Everything
do
gonna
anything.
get dropped except that misdemeanor. He
yep,
gonna do some community service
yep.
because listen, when you're
Some
productive,
anger management.
yeah, some
She
anger.
ain't gonna press charges. She gonna want some
She ain't
money.
gonna press charges, and she
No,
gonna be right back in the house with him.
there
Right?
was actually, to your point, there was one, but it was a lot of details. There was one where I guess he had sent her messages, but she didn't want to. She did call the police, but she didn't want to say that the messages were obscene or harassment. So yeah, she's probably gonna do that.
She going back because here's the thing, man. She in the WNBA. She ain't gonna have that lifestyle without him.
Oh no. They make
Mm.
$35,000 a year.
Listen, listen. They right up there with McDonald's, bro.
I'm telling
So,
you.
No.
White Castle
uh,
managers make what they make.
and listen, and they like we gon' I guess it ain't gonna be no season because the NBA wants to pay themselves first before they pay us. Hello.
Duh. There,
If I've been paying your bills for 25 years and we finally get some money, guess who's getting paid first?
Duh.
I guess we ain't gonna have a season. Guess what? Y'all ain't
hey,
coming back because nobody cares.
hey,
You know?
James Pierce rolled up on her like, yeah, you thought a nigga like me, Anime Bullock, you thought a nigga like me was, you thought an N word like me was going.
Oh wow. No,
I'm telling you, Anime, I'm up in here. I'm up in here.
I was like, what the heck?
No,
Anime Bullock.
hey, hey, I wonder if when she saw him, if them horns from Boys in the Hood start playing.
hey, we need that for next week, man.
Hey, when he
Yes.
rolled
Any
up, he
crash
was like,
outs getting
"Oh
the
my
boys
God,
in the hood
here he
horn.
come here."
That just made this shit so much more dramatic,
Oh
man.
man,
Oh my
I
gosh.
shouldn't be laughing this hard at her pain.
James Pierce
I mean,
Jr. Ultimate crash out.
consequences.
Here's my thing.
Has he
You
not had consequences since he was crashing out since because he's been a football player, has he not had
listen.
consequences?
His
It's just
production, ouch, is extremely high. Right? He's a dog out there, and when you're producing and your team needs you to produce, they gonna see to it that you get off.
yeah.
100%.
Unless you fighting dogs.
That's the
They
only
don't
thing.
care about. They
That's the
don't care
only
about
Yes,
women.
thing that has stopped him.
that is
Yeah.
true.
Listen, they don't care about women, especially black ones. But
Oof.
they care about pit bulls, apparently.
Yes,
So,
apparently.
so
Good
there's
point.
that.
Good point.
Fighting
Okay,
dogs is where they draw the line.
Right.
I
Fight dog.
guess.
Like, listen, dude can uh black your eye, beat you, all this, but don't you fight no dogs.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, he'll be back on the field next season. They ain't even worry about it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
she'll be right back in his house because she gonna look at that WNBA salary, and she gonna look at his lifestyle. She gonna be like, you know what? Let me stop playing with this man before he kill me, him, and everybody. You know what I mean?
He don't care.
Let me just go be rich.
Apparently, he does not
Rem-
care.
Remember, Liz? I just told you about the rich middle aged white woman from Lake Forest that said, "Oh, I know my husband is sleeping with his secretary, and they're on he's on vacation right now." She said, "The problem with most women, they would rather be right than rich. I would rather be rich than right." And on that
Well,
note, that was all
That's
I
one way to
had.
look at it.
Huh?
yeah,
That's
that is
that's
one way to look
that's
at
one
it.
way to look at it.
Okay. All
So
right. So moving right along. Okay, Le'Veon Bell, Menage a Trois. So this actually happened in May of 2019.
Oh,
Yeah, but I guess the a recording of the 911 call has resurfaced, and so that's why it's been going around the internet. But just to remind people what happened. So the incident occurred May 25th, 2019. He had two ladies over his house. Apparently,
oh,
he kind of knew them because he got up, got ready to go work out, and he left them there, right? And so by the time they came back, they were no longer there. And he called 911. So I'll read. I actually heard the thing. He said, "Well, I had two girls in my house, and I got up and I did my normal routine to go to work out. So I left the workout for a couple hours. When I came back, they took my money, they took my watch, my jewelry, a couple more of my things of value out of my house."
got him.
Yeah.
you can't be this goofy, bro.
He said, "I don't know where they're at. I tried to call them before I called you guys." He's so nice. "I tried to call them and they're not answering me and they're ignoring me." Then they asked him, "Well, can you describe them?" And he's like, "Oh, they were mixed girls." He's like, one looked more black, one looked more white and Hispanic. He had a little bit of trouble describing them. Then he said, "Can you tell us what they were wearing? What the okay, the one that looks like a black girl, can you tell us what she was wearing?" He said, "When I left, she was in the bed not wearing clothes, so I didn't see her." Um, when then they asked her, "Well, what about the other girl?" He said, "The same went for the second." He said, "The same way. She was in the bed too. They didn't have clothes on."
Oh my
How
God,
Oh, that was
goofy
Le'Veon
helpful.
you gotta
Bell.
be.
So they had, so I guess they took about $500,000 worth in jewelry. So multiple diamond gold chains, a Rolex watch, and about $22,000 in cash.
Do you
Ooh,
know?
out
Why
of
would you?
bounds. The L edition. Listen to ooh,
Right, out of bounds, the huge L edition.
God.
Right, right. Like,
So how goofy do you have to be to leave two women that are not family members in your home? The not neither one of them your girl, not your
right,
wife, not your fiance. It's two chicks that you brought over and paid, right? Listen, and if just always assume that if listen, if they selling it, they got sticky fingers too, right? And I'm
yeah,
sorry to generalize like that, but it is what it is. I don't have no disdain for sex workers. It's yours to sell, right? But I would assume if I'm hiring them, you got sticky fingers. Hey, don't go nowhere in this place I ain't tell you to go, right? And then you get up and left up like you had such a good time. Oh, y'all can stay until I come back. And then you leave
yeah,
your Rolex, your jewelry, and all of this laying out. They done seen you take it off, pop it off, or whatever.
yeah.
And you thought they was just good Samaritans, and they don't know you, bro.
Oh
They
my
don't care
God.
about you.
These athletes are
So,
getting dumber by the day.
How
yeah.
goofy are
So,
you?
Hey, next time, Le'Veon Bell, next time you in Chicago, man, I'm gonna ask you to come check it out.
Right. Hey,
Just
hey,
come check it out, bro.
hey, bro, check it out.
Check
Listen,
it
that's
out.
funny. But yeah, that was 2019. Hopefully, he's had some growth there and he's not doing
I
that
want to
stupid
know how
stuff.
this case turned out. I got to look it
Me
up now.
too. I know. I didn't get a chance to look it up.
This
But
man
yeah,
can't tell you nothing about.
Goofball Jamal of the day.
Hey,
Jeez.
yeah. What were they
man.
wearing? Nothing. My silk
Newsflash,
sheets.
newsflash, you professional athletes. Hookers steal.
Duh.
So what you're saying is there aren't any honest hoes.
Uh,
Definitely not.
definitely not.
The only thing
Okay.
I'm
that's
an
honest
honest hoe,
about.
and all my hoes is honest.
Right, right, right. That's what
Cat,
I
Oh
was
man.
alluding to. Okay,
Oh
so I'm
man.
gonna finish on a positive, bright note for just for entertainment. Uh I want to shout out Michael B. Jordan
yes, sir.
winning an Oscar for Best Actor for his role
Yes,
as twins Smoke and Stack in the movie Sinners.
You know
Excellent
that.
movie. I think we watched it like 5 times. He did
I
such a
probably
great
watched it
job.
more than
I really like when I watch that movie, I really feel like it's two different, like it's twins. Like it's not the same person.
yeah.
So
You feel
great
like
job
it's
for
Absolutely.
one
him.
person.
And so he did such a great job. The movie also won the movie won several Oscars. Best Actor, Michael B. Jordan. Best Original Screenplay, Ryan Coogler. Best Cinematography, Autumn Durald Arkpaw, making her first woman to win in this category. And
Yes.
Best Original Score, Ludwig Göransson. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. 4 Oscars.
Well, hey, way to
And
end with a W after all these L's. That
Right.
well,
We had to end it
well,
with an A. I mean W.
slightly because who do you think is punching air right now?
Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey is.
Oh,
Oh, I sent you the thing where it said she tried to call him to congratulate him, and he
oh yeah.
sent her a voicemail.
Yes, he
As
did.
he should.
Like, what
Agreed.
you calling me for, man? You got bro right here.
100%.
Stay over there.
Yes,
You
agree.
got
I'm glad he
Damson Idris. Stay over here.
She got diddler,
so
did she? Was she with the diddler?
She was. She
oh,
was with the son. Then she was with him. Then she was with Michael B. Jordan. And
Bruh.
after that, she went back to Trump. And now she's with then,
damn.
then she's with
Every
Damson
sound I
Idris.
got.
Like, listen,
Damn.
and I would have, hey, Michael. No, no, that's Oscar award winning Michael to you.
To
That's
you.
right. That's right. Yeah, so
She tried to
definitely a
play my
win.
man. She tried to play my man like his the peak of his life was Wallace on the Wire. And
Right.
he's now you gotta refer to him as Oscar
But I
award
mean,
winning.
I don't mean to be mean,
Yes.
but like literally, what is she known for?
Uh, exactly. What
I'm not gonna say it, ill, but what is she known for?
Oh boy.
anyway, that's
What
it for Out of Bounds this week, guys.
Bobby Brown had a song about a called "Humping Around."
Right,
Oh
right.
my goodness.
She definitely been humping. Yeah,
She's a runner. She's a track star.
you
She
got with Diddy after the during the allegations, like you crazy, crazy.
Hey man, that let you know that that listen. What I said,
You
everybody
know what?
will
She
do.
did him a favor.
Hmm.
Listen, people will do anything to be everywhere.
Man,
Mm.
man, and there's a reason why you rarely see me because I ain't
Mhm.
doing anything and I don't want to be everywhere.
Listen, if you see me, it's usually with Messi. So,
You
all
feel me?
right. So let's get to the pro talk.
You know it.
Pro.
I'm gonna kick this off. Justin Fields, is this his last chance
Oof.
No,
before?
Well,
no.
let him finish.
Is this his last chance before the certain doom of the projects awaits him in his career?
Ooh.
He from Warner Robins. He'll be all right, bro. Yeah. But here's what I say. Andy Reid is the best thing that happened to him.
Yeah, for sure.
He
Mm.
changed his life. That is a coach. Listen,
Yes.
I think he will be a solid backup for Patty Mahomes for at least the next 3 years.
Yeah.
If I'm him, I'm doing whatever I got to do to stay in that program, that situation.
And listen, Andy Reid gonna get him right.
Absolutely.
He gonna get him right, and Andy Reid is not going to draft, not drive him, not draft. I'm thinking of the draft. He is not going to sign any quarterback that he does not plan on developing into a viable
Mm.
quarterback.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Think about how he rebooted Michael Vick's career.
Yeah.
Definitely rebooted.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And a similar situation is this.
Yep. Reboot. But and I always say what's not fair, and I look at certain quarterbacks, what's not fair with QBs like a Justin Fields or
Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota. They get these guys and they trying to turn them into something that they have never been. They're athletes who can throw the ball. Caleb is a passer who can extend plays and run the ball. There's a difference. You know their skill set. You draft them and you try to turn them into something else. One thing I have faith that Andy Reid is going to do. Andy Reid is going to make him look like he's supposed to look, right?
For sure.
The same way Mike Tomlin made Justin Fields look the way he was.
Yes.
Listen, Justin Fields looked his best under Mike Tomlin
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
because we're talking about guys who can actually coach. That
Yep.
is that is the difference. We're literally talking about guys who can actually coach. It's a thing. And isn't Matt Nagy gone from Kansas City too?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
Swaggy Nagy is out of the building. And Eric Bieniemy is back in his
Oh,
role.
Yep,
yes, yes.
yep.
Awesome.
So that's my thing. I think that Justin will be fine. I think he is the perfect guy to back up Mahomes
Hmm.
I
under
like
Andy Reid, not under anybody else. Under Andy Reid.
I like it a lot for Justin, man. He's gonna be developed. They're gonna hopefully teach him how to read some defenses
Yeah.
and get his processor going in the right direction.
Hmm.
And you're gonna get to learn behind a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah. I
Yes.
mean, here's the thing. Justin can run the ball. He has a cannon for arm. He needs to settle in and go through his reads. His biggest problem is he don't go through his reads. He's like, oh, you know what? That ain't available. I'm gone. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Hey,
yeah.
4-3-9. I'm out.
Hey Jabari, I believe that. I believe that.
Okay.
I definitely believe Matt Nagy put in a word for him.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. No, because honestly, Matt Nagy wanted to draft and develop Fields,
Yep.
and he got a raw deal because the Red Rocket got injured, and Miles Garrett stunted his growth single handedly.
Yep. Yep.
So I would have put Nick Foles in and just told you, hey Justin, you're going to hold the clipboard the whole entire year.
Mm.
Bro, here's my hot take. I don't believe any rookie quarterback should start. That's
Me,
just
oh yeah, 100%.
I don't I'm with Tom Brady on this. Sit their asses down, let them learn, let them develop, and then listen. You see what Andy Reid got out of Patrick Mahomes for sitting him.
Yeah.
First things first, man. When it comes to NFL quarterback play, you got to learn how to speak the language. Number
Yep.
one, most important thing, you get to your team. They're going to give you a playbook that looks like an Encyclopedia
Yep.
Britannica.
Britannic.
Learn it. Learn the language. So when
Yes.
you have to you have to spit out uh slot right X counter turbo twin Twinkie on 4.
Right. And
Yeah.
know everybody's assignment. And what's crazy is the Reynolds kid talked about the pro installs. He said, "Listen, they ain't like
Yeah.
high school." He said,
Uh,
"I don't care
Yeah.
how much Division 1 college ball you played. It does not prepare you for NFL installs.
yeah,
It does not." He was like, "Nothing prepares you for NFL installs, but NFL installs."
that's it. This
Yeah.
is something you got to
He
experience it
did say that.
firsthand. There is no other way to prepare for it.
He said, "I thought I was the man that learning plays till I got to the pros." And he was like, "Do I sleep or do I go through this playbook?" He said,
Yep.
"I had to go through the playbook. I got about 3.5 hours of sleep, but when I got out there, I knew what I needed to know. I was confident and I was running the plays."
Yep.
And then you got somebody like John Gruden yelling at you, X right quarter, F jet.
Him and that damn wild banana, whatever the hell it is.
I swear.
Oh my God.
It don't some you got some of the cadences as long as sometimes 10 or 11 characters, which is
Yeah.
insane. And
That's
mind
crazy.
you, they're telling you this in a headset with 70,000 people screaming at the top of their lungs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You have to hear it, spit it back out to 10 other guys in the huddle that is waiting for what their assignment is.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're waiting just to hear that one word. Okay, that's what
That's
I do.
for them. Yep.
That's what I do. Okay. Quarterback got to know all of that.
He got to know everybody's assignment,
You
where
telling me
everybody's supposed to line up, where they're supposed to be. You know what I
That's
mean?
great.
you
Uh,
want a kid that was just playing Fortnite to come in here and do no, sit them down, let them learn the
Right.
language, and then you could see it translating to success.
yeah, I don't. And for me, this instant microwave culture got us taking quarterbacks out of good quarterbacks out of college and throwing them to the wolves right to the pros. It don't work like that. You got to learn. You got to develop. It's. I want to go like I'm an old dog in that regard, y'all. Like I don't think any rookie quarterback should start. I think it ruins more quarterbacks' careers than it helps them.
So then you know how the first round pick, if he's a quarterback, he goes to the
Worst team.
worst team.
Worst team.
And so then why wouldn't they play him? You know what I'm saying? Like why wouldn't they play him?
Well, they
If that's
got to have a choice
okay.
because you're
That's
here,
messed
but
up.
but again, like I said, your franchise has. I've been alive for 20 years. Your franchise has stunk for 25, and then when I can't turn your 25-year stanky program around, right? I'm the blame. Dude, y'all sucked for longer than I've been alive. This ain't my
Yeah.
fault. You stunk before I was born.
Before
And
and
again,
after.
right. And again, as we said in the past, one player can't do it in a
Yeah,
football
this ain't
team. It's
basketball.
it's not basketball.
This
It,
ain't no give me the ball, get out the way type of situation. All 11, this is based on 11 people doing their job. If one person slack on that job, it'll blow the whole play up.
100.
So
percent So as far as Justin, he's in a good situation. Let him sit, let him learn. Well, and he's got pro experience, so some
He
of the
does.
concepts and things he'll being around Nagy, he's going to know some of the terminology already. So
what's
that's
this? His fifth year in the league?
it's
Or
just
sixth?
it's going in
Six?
6 year. It's 6 year, yeah,
Yeah, this will be year six. You're
Yeah.
right.
year 6 for Justin. So he'll know a lot of the terminology because he's been with Nagy. And hey man, let's get him up to speed as fast as possible. And he's playing with house money. You know, nobody's expecting the Chiefs to do anything until 15 is back healthy.
Right.
So go out there,
Mhm.
put the best tape you can put out there, and try to resurrect your career, Justin. We still rooting for you here for sure.
Yep.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
Okay, little draft rumors stuff coming up for. So a lot of prognosticators are doubling down on the notion that Caleb Downs may slip out of the first round completely.
Yeah.
I think so.
That is crazy.
It is. But these scouts with their pen get to control a lot of the narratives. Now, we almost always find out later that it's lies and bias, but
Mhm.
but they get to dictate the upfront with their pen. Well, we seeing what's happening in Cleveland. Like, Coach Monk, what's his name? Monk or Munkin or
Oh yeah, Ty Monken. Yep.
yeah, Coach Munkin is finding out how all of these dudes lied on Shador and how they wasn't reporting, and how he was looking at the practice logs, and Shador was the first one in, last one out. Looking at the who was putting in the most work, him and those receivers were putting in work, and none of this was really being reported. So Munkin wanted Shador since he was in high school.
Yeah, he
He
been
was trying to
recruiting for a
recruit him
minute.
in Georgia.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like they was like, oh, he's gonna, and he told everybody, I got my quarterback, right? I wanted this kid since his junior year of high school. I wanted him playing for me, right? So, but now he's seeing what was going on, and he's fired a couple people
Yeah, as he should. That's how you do it.
because it's like, dude, y'all been lying on this kid, but that part is never as loud as the lies.
Oh, of course.
It's never as loud as the lies. But these scouts, and that's why remember when I was saying, like, man, who are these scouts? Like, what tape are they watching? But they get to form their own narratives based on it ain't even based on. And I was just having this discussion. I'm a production over players guy, right? Listen,
For
Mhm.
sure.
because I got a coach's mind, right? As someone who coached, I got a coach's mind. I care about production. Like, yeah, you're a good guy. You're a good kid. I don't care about that. What are you What numbers are you producing on this field? So these guys create narratives based on who they like and who they don't like.
100%. And it's very weird what's happening to Caleb Downs because these guys don't have access to the physicals. They don't have access.
That's what. Yeah.
They just hear a rumor
There's no proof.
and they run with it. And
Yeah,
and
and they
Yeah.
write it, and it gets printed, and it's law.
yeah,
Well,
and
yeah,
it's gonna cost
because
this kid millions of dollars.
there's lack of prior history. He had a clean bill of health his whole college career, and then all, like they say, all's a sudden, right? He
Right.
never missed a game. So
Yeah, yeah.
crazy how
From
you
from
could just
from
put that
from
out there.
Bama to Ohio State.
Yep. Yep.
I just don't see why he's the one being singled out.
They do this
That's
to
interesting.
somebody every year, and then we always end up
Right.
finding out it's because they had an interaction with somebody that didn't like them and that they didn't care for it, and then the BS with the pen start,
All day
Mhm.
long. We've seen this story a million times, man. But
and it'll happen to somebody else next draft season.
next draft is gonna be another scapegoat that they Just want to narrative bully. I came up with that earlier
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But
Yep.
Caleb Downs, don't if you're a team that need a safety and you are drinking the Kool-Aid about this kid having arthritic knees, they didn't put all types of stuff out about this kid with no
Degenerative.
proof.
Bro,
Yeah.
but ain't it crazy how they can just lie on you?
Yeah.
And it becomes law. And it's crazy. So I hope somebody does take him. He's a hell of a player. He's going to be a hell of a pro.
Listen, I'll be happy to get him or Dylan Thieneman.
You feel me? We
Yeah.
need a safety. Come on. Come
Yes.
on. We'll take him if
I'm
you
hoping we get
need
either one
heads.
of those two guys.
Yeah. If he's there at 25, you got to take him. There's no way. There's
Yeah.
no way you let him slip without out your clutches if you're Chicago. So, but yeah, the narrative bullying, that was something that I wanted to address.
Gotta stop though, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely got to
It's
stop, man.
becoming. And shout out to Coach Munkin for rolling heads about them lying on young Sanders, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like somebody got to get held accountable for this BS, this
Yeah.
hot take culture that we live in, where people don't care if it's true. Journalism is dead. The hot take
Oh,
supersedes everything.
Mm-hmm.
for
So,
sure.
so yeah, I would love to do away with this whole narrative bullying era that we are in,
Yeah.
and let the journalists, let's do some real journalism, man. You guys got the press credentials. You guys got
Yeah.
the access to do proper research. Go do it and put out
Mhm.
something real. Because now,
Where's the fun in that?
Right.
exactly. But
Right.
we get to the point now where you got shock journalists and AI.
Hmm.
Man, I'm so sick of these AI stories. People be like, I'm like, dude, it's not true. You can literally go. It's before I believe anything, I gotta go search it, and half of it is like that. There's no record of this. People just be putting AI
Yeah.
stories out now,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and you'll see the same story about six different athletes.
100%, 100%. And
Yes.
you
It's
really
crazy.
gotta really vet your sources and information now more than ever. So, and I see a rumor. First thing I'm doing, I'm going to reputable journalists that I
Yeah.
can trust to see if
That
they're
part.
talking about it, and if they're not, then I don't believe it because this is
Right.
crazy what's happening.
That part.
So, last thing I want to cover as far as the NFL goes, um, we got a so the Chicago Bears officially didn't get their compensatory picks,
Mm.
and it's low key a slap in the face, not to the Chicago Bears but it's a slap in the face to the Rooney Rule, right?
Mhm.
Mm.
You put this stuff in place for minority coaches. First of all, it shouldn't treat them fair treatment should just be
It
what
should be.
it should just be the standard. So you put in a rule where we got to give these fugazi interviews to minority coaches.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Minority executives get promoted through the organizations, and now you don't want to provide compensation and make this program a good thing because of a loophole or something that you have the power to correct on the fly. And,
They
and
don't
I'm
want to though.
I'm glad Ryan Poles addressed it. He's like, look, first of all, like, do away with this crap because everybody should be treated fairly in the door.
Okay,
Hmm.
but okay, so compensatory picks and the what did you call it? The Rooney Rule?
Yeah, so
But aren't those two different things?
no, so all of this, the Rooney Rule kind of encompasses. So the Rooney Rule encompasses these things. So when you're interviewing the higher coaches, you have to at least interview
Yeah,
two people of color. So they
yeah,
got to get a chance,
I do know.
and
Hmm.
it also covers. Say you have an executive in your organization that gets promoted to a decision making role. The NFL awards compensatory picks for teams that develop minority talent, even in the front office level. So
Mm.
it covers all of that.
Okay.
So
That's what some would call DEI.
basically, that's a good way to just put the umbrella statement over all of it. So
I thought it had to do with the free agents, the compensatory pick.
Yeah, so the compensatory picks are just a reward for a team like the Bears. So Ian Cunningham came over as an assistant GM.
Mm-hmm.
He basically gets promoted. Basically, what will be the same as a promotion. He gets hired by Atlanta to become the actual GM. The NFL has this rule in place where, okay, the Bears developed this guy and he went and got hired as a minority to
To a
an
higher
executive
position.
role. Absolutely. So
Okay.
they've been awarding picks for that for
And
for
now the
for a good.
Bears don't get theirs.
They
The
don't get
Bears
theirs.
don't care.
Ah!
They don't get theirs because
But you know what? They always hate on Chicago. I'm just gonna say it.
oh yeah,
I'm putting it out there.
Chicago always finds a way to get stiffed. But Matt Ryan is the president of football operations, which is a
Um,
super glorified title
um,
for him in Atlanta. And he came out in defense of the Bears not receiving their picks. Like, hey, I don't make any front office decision. I don't make draft picks. I don't scout. I don't. He's basically there to oversee. Oh, you drafted this guy? Okay, good job. He's there to just give a thumbs up.
okay.
So Ian Cunningham makes all the football decisions, especially when it comes to the personnel on the roster on the team for the Falcons. So he's like, hey, I'm telling you, this is Matt Ryan. He's like, hey, I'm telling you that Ian Cunningham is running the show.
Right.
And the NFL is like, we don't care.
Damn.
We don't care. No picks for the
That
Bears.
that sounds like the
Oh,
NFL.
none for the Bears. They get zero.
Bet you they would have did that shit for Robert Kraft.
Hmm. Or the
Exactly.
Cowboys.
Man, here's why. No, and the Rooney Rule is necessary, but here's why I hate it. It's BS because you're going to interview a bunch of coaches that you know you have no interest in hiring, so they're not getting a fair shake. You just calling them for you wasting their time and calling them for the interview that you know you're not going to give them the job, right?
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
it's what do you it's superficial, right? It's
It's
cosmetic.
super
It's
superficial.
Yeah, yeah.
it's like,
It's
oh, look at us,
superficial.
look at we did it.
Even though 78% of the league is and what was that video of that dude that admitted why they hated Coach Prime so much? Well, they've taken over all the leagues. All we
Yes,
got left is coaching. And if
coaching.
they
Mhm.
take over that, and nary, I said, I was like, thank you,
Oh,
racist
you know
white
what?
man.
Not only all the leagues, but I think a lot of the quarterbacks now are black.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
that
yeah.
was the issue too.
So, and he was like, that's all we got left. I was like, thank you,
Yeah,
racist white man, for telling the truth.
Tell the
I
damn truth.
respect that truth. Now, like somebody said it, he was like, that's all we got left. We don't want to see him be successful because that's all we got left. I'm like, why is everything a contest with us and y'all? Like, bro, we've been we've been
yeah,
playing the game. He said, didn't this happen with Brian Flores when he
It
was
did. It did
it,
happen.
absolutely.
this is my thing. Like, dude, he finally told the truth, and that's why I'd be like, yo, y'all gotta stop with us living rent free in y'all head, bro. We not thinking about y'all. We just trying to go out here and be great like everybody else. That's it. But I,
That's it. And that's all.
I think
Yeah,
the Rooney Rule is necessary, but I hate it because it's so cosmetic, bro. You know they
it's
not hiring none of
cosmetic.
these guys. Like, and then you see these coaches. They get a year, they get a shot for a year, and then they get fired, and then they bring in some white coach, and he can stink it up for 5 years, right? You
Yeah,
didn't even give this guy a chance to put together a franchise or a program, right? And you bounced him right out on his ear. But this dude got to stay here and steal money for 6 years while stinking it up.
yeah,
This
Like
dude,
clockwork. And it
this dude
happens
ain't even
every year.
this team ain't even been 500 in the past 5 years.
right.
But he's still a coach. And he's not on the hot seat. Oh, we believe in him and we're sticking with him. All
Hmm.
right, buddy. All right.
Yeah, so I'm in favor of just, you know what? Let's not be fake. Let's get rid of the rule. And
I'm
let's
not opposed to that, bro,
yeah.
because as necessary as it is, we know nobody's going to follow it. So let's
Well,
stop all
well,
the cap.
Okay, so it levels, right? It's supposed to level the playing field. But like you said, they're gonna do what they want to do at the end. So really, it's really pointless to
Yeah,
have it. Like it's
Right.
useless.
Like
there's no need for it.
there's no need for it if you guys are not going to
Or
hold up your end of the bargain.
when you're in trouble for being tagged racist, you hire a black coach for a season and then you fire him at the end of the year.
Get them right gone, which is
Or you
which is the
hire,
worst thing.
or you hire one that who was that coach that didn't even admit he was black until
Oh,
it
that
was
was
time.
Miami's coach, the one that they fired. He was like,
No,
Oh, they did. They fired him. They're like, we have a black coach, but where?
oh,
he's
it was
like,
like, where?
I'm
And
black
he's like,
adjacent.
where?
He's right here. He was like, well, I never mentioned that I'm black. You gonna mention it today? That's basically how they
Yeah, Fred was like, I'm black adjacent.
right.
Right,
Oh man, these guys are crazy,
right.
man.
Oh
uh,
my god.
That's all I got for y'all for NFL on fire.
Awesome.
hey man,
We'll let CO. You did a great job.
yeah, yeah,
We'll let
yeah.
her know.
Hey,
We'll let her know.
hopefully she watching, but she probably is, or
Oh,
she sleep.
she's
She
probably knocked
probably
out.
asleep.
She
But
probably took some
man,
meds and
we got another one in the books, y'all. Shows get better and better. I can't
yeah.
wait till next week because I'll have more college spring ball stuff, and I'll know who's leading the pack with these teams that I'm watching. And on that note, I'm Jay Hollins for Il Brown and Liz. This has been another dope episode of Game Winning Drive
Yes,
Podcast, and we will catch y'all next week. Same bad time, same back channel.
Monday, 8
yes.
p.m. Don't miss us. Peace.
That's right.